Email. 1. How often do you check your mail? Being a web developer means always checking my inbox. In order to respond quickly to clients' emails, I have to keep my account active at all times. In addition, this aids in enhancing my company's ability to provide excellent service. 2. Do you think writing emails has strengthened or weakened people's writing skills? I think that writing emails help people improve their writing skills. We all know that email is one of the most common ways to talk in a business setting. So, it's pretty much true that putting together proper content makes a person's writing more organized. 3. What are some of the disadvantages of emails? There are a lot of bad things about emails. But I think that malicious and other unnecessary emails are a big problem. They often have viruses that are dangerous and can damage our computers. I also think that to use this service, you need an email account, a working internet connection, and a computer on both ends. 4. Do you send and receive emails regularly? Yes. Working for a telecom company makes sending and receiving emails an integral part of my day. Email is the sole means by which I keep in touch with my coworkers. 5. Do you think sending emails will be more or less popular in the future? To be really honest, I anticipate a decline in the use of electronic mail in the next few years. Smartphones will continue to rise in popularity as people increasingly rely on messaging apps to have real-time, hands-free conversations. Photographs. 1. Do you prefer to send postcards to people or to send photos that you took yourself? In response to your question, I also like to send photos. My own photography, about which I am extremely confident. Also, I can show off my photography skills and what I'm capable of using my own photos. 2. Do you frame, or have you framed, any of your photos? More than once. Even though it happens less often now that digital networks are more common. I do have framed photos from my childhood and more recent ones from when I traveled. I also have a picture of myself on the wall of my bedroom. 3. Are there any photos on the walls of your house? Of course. A picture I took with Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the most successful captain of Team India, and now proudly hangs in my bedroom, is one of my most valuable memories. 4. Do you keep your photographs on your computer? I'm just like everybody else in that way. After about a year, I do copy all of the photographs from my phone to my computer. I can say this with confidence, because it has never been damaged on my computer and I have never had any issues with things like memory shortage. Photos are kept either on my computer, in the cloud, or on external hard drives, depending on my needs. 5. How do you keep your photos? Most of my photo storage is done through cloud services like Google Photos and iCloud. In addition to that, once in a while, I have them printed out and compile them into a physical photo album for each year. Seasons. 1. What season is good for traveling in your hometown? Autumn is perhaps the ideal season to travel. As the temperature is neither too hot nor too chilly, residents will feel at ease being outdoors. Moreover, when the leaves of trees turn yellow or red, you will be surrounded by magnificent landscapes. Wherever you travel, you will have an unforgettable journey. 2. What are the differences between different seasons? In my nation, there are 4 distinct seasons, and I believe the greatest variation is in temperature. Summer is often the driest season, while winter is freezing. The autumn and spring seasons are not unpleasant. Moreover, summer and winter are the longest seasons, while fall and spring are the shortest. In addition, individuals select various sorts of clothing for each season. For instance, in the summer, people like to wear light clothing, but in the winter, they choose woolen garments. 3. What's your least favorite season in your country? I suppose it's summer, despite the fact that it's my favorite season, since it's far too hot everywhere, which will disrupt everything, especially people's desire to fall asleep at night. Most individuals dislike being drenched in perspiration. Moreover, women are preoccupied with having a pale complexion, therefore they are always concerned about tanning in the summer. 4. What do people in your country like to do in different seasons? Residents in my country tend to participate in water activities during the hotter months of the year, which allows them to beat the heat. On the other hand, in order to keep themselves warm throughout the winter, people frequently stay indoors and enjoy hot chocolate. 5. What's your favorite season? That perfectly encapsulates the summer. My favorite things to do are to soak up the sun at the seaside and eat ice cream. After spending so much time during the winter suffering from cold and after spending or traveling indoors during the rainy, participating in these activities makes me feel more alive. Musical instruments. 1. Do you think children should learn to play musical instruments? There are numerous positive outcomes for children who start learning an instrument. It gives them more self-assurance and teaches them discipline and persistence, and in my opinion, everyone should at least learn to play any one instrument because it helps in restoring mind peace. 2. Do you think it's important to give music classes in school? Yes, for sure. I do think that schools need to have music classes in their curriculum, so that students don't get bored of studying all the time and also can build a hobby of music if they are interested in it. 3. How do you feel about those kids who know how to play lots of instruments? Those who know how to play more than one instrument are very talented in the field of music, and I definitely think they should pursue their career in the music industry only. 4. How do you feel about the phenomenon that parents in some countries are always forcing their kids to learn all kinds of instruments? In my opinion, children regardless of where they are from shouldn't be forced to learn anything if they don't have an interest in that. Also, parents in some countries should not force their kids to learn instruments without them having an interest, because they will not learn it with full passion and heart, which is not worth it. 5. Do you play any instruments? And what is it? Yes, I am a major admirer of the guitar, and I began learning to play the guitar at a young age. When I play the guitar, my happy hormones are released through my bloodstream, and it provides a fantastic escape whenever I experience stress in my life. Birthdays. 1. Do you enjoy birthdays? Yes, birthdays bring positivity, and on those days we receive many wishes and gifts from our family members and friends, and all this makes us feel special. I enjoyed birthdays when I was a child, however, as I am getting older, birthdays aren't as exciting as they used to be earlier. 2. With whom do you like to celebrate your birthday? Family, friends, or alone? I would like to celebrate my birthday with my friends and family, since spending this day with them provides positivity and a sense of rejuvenation and allows me to make memories. 3. Do you receive lots of gifts on your birthday? Indeed, everyone receives gifts on special occasions such as birthdays, wedding anniversaries, and Christmas. Every year on my birthday, I throw a huge celebration for my friends and family and receive several presents and well wishes. 4. Do you think it is important for you to celebrate your birthday? I believe it is vital to celebrate a person's birthday because it demonstrates that you are thinking of them and makes them feel appreciated. Moreover, the event is deemed significant because it is a time when we gather with friends and family to spend valuable time together. 5. What did you do on your birthday when you were young? My parents and I used to contribute food and clothing to the destitute when I was young. In addition, I would invite my friends to join me in celebrating this event with tremendous excitement and zeal. Dictionaries. 1. Are dictionaries used a lot in schools in your country? Yes, the usage of dictionaries is more in schools in my country. 2. What kind of information can you find in a dictionary? A dictionary contains a variety of informational categories. However, the most valuable knowledge is the meaning of the words. A dictionary also includes information about how a word should be spoken, how it should be used in natural language, as well as its synonyms and antonyms. 3. Do you think dictionaries are useful for learning a language? Yes, I believe that dictionaries are really helpful while learning a new language, as there is no better or simpler method to comprehend the meaning of new words and terminology than by utilizing a dictionary. Moreover, the dictionary helps us grasp the context in which specific words are used. In addition to providing synonyms that greatly expand our vocabulary. 4. Do you prefer paper or electronic dictionaries? Both options sound acceptable to me. The paper edition is pretty innovative, but I dislike the thought of lugging about a large, thick book merely to check up terms sometimes. I'd rather use the built-in dictionary on my Kindle ebook reader so I don't have to carry too many items. 5. What kinds of dictionaries do you think are the most useful? I feel that everything relies on the requirements and preferences of the individual. I find very useful dictionaries that include pictures with the definitions of words, as well as grammatical information, synonyms, and antonyms of the words I seek. Public transport. 1. Is it convenient to take a bus taxi in your city? In my opinion, using the bus is more convenient and less expensive than hiring a cab, which is more pricey. Moreover, commuting by bus is a safe alternative, but taxis are becoming unsafe. Instead of taking a cab, residents of my city mostly take the bus, and occasionally they drive their own cars. 2. What form of transport do you usually use? I often like to commute by bus and train. Compared to other modes of transportation, the journey fee is moderately priced. Both bus stops and train terminals provide access to both types of transportation. 3. Do you prefer public transportation or private transportation? In my perception, I believe it would be private transportation. The first and foremost reason is that it is very convenient. Secondly, we don't have to wait on platforms for the public transport to arrive as we have our own vehicle, we can go anytime anywhere. 4. What will become the most popular means of transportation in India? I predict buses will set the pace. You may travel the distance without much concern for the cost of tickets or the weather. In addition, new buses provide enhanced amenities such as comfortable seats for the elderly and efficient air conditioning. 5. Would you ride bikes to work in the future? Absolutely not. Riding a bicycle exposes you to uncertain weather conditions and air pollution. Worse, I'm afraid, are the main streets or the highway, which are too dangerous for bicycles due to the fast speed at which automobiles, motorcycles, and buses go. Therefore, I would rather ride a motorcycle or take the bus. The sea. 1. What do you enjoy about sea activities? Actually, I like to spend time on the beach doing sea sports. Parasailing, scuba diving, snorkeling, water surfing, kayaking, and swimming are just a few of the water sports. 2. Would you like to live near the ocean? Although I enjoy the ocean, I do not believe I would enjoy living near it. For one reason, places near the seaside are typically packed with vacationers. Beachgoers are always in a festive, carefree mindset. I find that occasionally entertaining, but I wouldn't want to be constantly surrounded by it. 3. What do you like about the sea? My favorite part about the water is swimming. I enjoy the sensation of salt water and the excitement and difficulty of swimming in waves. Swimming in a pool of water is strange since it contains chlorine, and it is totally still. It is pretty dull. In contrast, the sea is natural and thrilling. It is the ideal spot for swimming. 4. Why do people like being near the ocean? Regardless of the weather, the ocean is always quite gorgeous, which is one reason why people enjoy it. When the weather is quiet, the ocean sparkles beautifully in the light. The waves and color of the water are spectacular during a storm. I believe that people enjoy being near the water since there are so many enjoyable activities available. You may swim, fish, sail, or simply bask in the sun. 5. How much time have you spent by the sea? I spent a great lot of time near the water as a youngster. My family often visited the ocean each summer. We stayed for 2 weeks. We spent most of our time swimming in the water and playing in the sand on the beach. Some of my fondest childhood recollections are of the holidays we spent at the beach. Television. 1. Do you think television has changed in the past few decades? In my opinion, the size of television and technology has changed while the fundamentals remain the same. Moreover, television shows are no longer confined to a single country, but have reached a number of other nations and are diversifying greatly in terms of content and audience performance. 2. Has television changed your life in any way? There are both beneficial and harmful consequences of television. In my instance, I do not believe it has totally changed my life, but it has affected me in so many ways. I learned a great deal through watching the Discovery and Science channels, while I squander an excessive amount of time watching movies and cartoons. 3. Do you think children are addicted to TV these days? Yes, they are somewhat addicted to watching cartoons and pointless programs on television. However, with the development of other technological devices, television has acquired a negative aspect. 4. Do you like to watch TV? How often do you do it? I enjoy watching television, but due to my busy schedule, I rarely do so. Moreover, as everything is now portable, whenever I have free time I prefer to view television programming on my mobile phone rather than on my television. I watch television twice per month if I have the time. 5. Why do you think certain TV shows are so popular? I believe that television programs become so popular because they are able to connect with the individual's nerves. Moreover, shows like Friends combine humor with family values, resulting in their eventual popularity. Museums. 1. How can we make museums interesting for children? Children are captivated so much by games and treasure hunting, so we can hand them maps of the museums. Then by providing them with riddles we can ask them to find things, and that will make museums so much more interesting for them. 2. Why is it boring for children to go to museums? Conventional museums restrict visitors from interacting with the collections. Museums can be boring or dull for kids since they don't allow them to interact with the exhibits or the rest of the space. 3. Did you visit museums when you were a child? Of course. It was great back then since so many things existed, but many of those things no longer exist due to damage and loss, and the quality of some others has decreased through time. 4. When was the last time you visited a museum? It was long back when I visited the museum. It was a field trip from my school when I was in 9th grade. They took the students of my class to the most famous in my city, which is the Vadodara Museum and Picture Gallery. 5. How often do you go to museums? During my schooling time, I used to go to museums very often because my school used to promote the idea of field trips and taking students to museums to explore new things and gain knowledge about history, but as I am in college now my museum visits are a bit low as compared to the past.